wait for the thing. There we go. Now to make sure the usual suspects get to know it. Hippa, hippa. Oof. Alright. Curious, isn't it? I want to know more. I want to know more than anything, yet part of me is still terrified. But having come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. If everyone is feeling up to it, let us go and have our answers. Hi, Wolf Witch! Oh yeah, I have Omega as a mount. Took me a while to get this. Next expansion has been announced. Evercold.
Ere I begin my tale, there is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the speakers of Eld, and I myself am the latest to inherit the role.
Not spidery enough for your taste. Omega's not supposed to be spidery. Are there spider mounts?
Even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker.
Hi, Hugo girl. Enjoy those dungeon challenges.
It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories. My mother was your sister.
She was. Which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy.
These parts made me feel so wholesome.
The last message I received from your parents said that in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Milala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter, to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power?
I'm still not sure, frankly.
The very fact that you don't have an answer is proof that you understand the weight of this power and do not take it lightly. And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end. But by that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
Explore, because I love exploring. I said explore too.
It's all right, my dear.
I just wanted. I chose that answer because I feel like that would fit Ignis best.
It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. A place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy.
Oh, Wolfwitch, the next Alliance raid has been revealed for the next expansion. It's another crossover, and it's with Neon Genesis Evangelion. So get in the fucking robot, Warrior of Light.
We must give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you?
Someone said that during a Grand Fist interview. Get in the
A word
fucking
of
robot.
caution, Keeper of the Key. As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands, oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master.
No looking up the android skirt bridge. I don't have to. Its ass is already in my face. Also, they wouldn't be androids. They'd actually be mechas. Interviewer, describe Evergold in 5 words or less. Get in the robot, Shinji. God. If that line doesn't get said at all, or even referenced once in the Alliance raid, it's a failure.
But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will.
I went out ahead of you,
One
and I already have the dungeon unlocked. Wow, that was early.
Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
Something I noticed is that the key shares its color with Azum's crystal.
It has Azum's symbol on the top.
It does?
Yeah.
I never noticed that. Sven's outfit is in the Mog store now. Well, that's great. I'm sure Ignis will look wonderful in that. Oh yeah. This is Ignis's default look. It's got that military feel. It's got
Wonder
that,
how people are gonna feel that you completely missed the one little thing that just happened.
which is
You'll find out. You were looking at chat when it happened.
well, yeah.
Let's just say that there was a resident that wasn't a Lalafell.
Yeah, that's me. The dragon lady running away.
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the Doom Train. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now that it can never hurt anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the Electrope to restore it without your aid. I can't wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service. Kryl. O life, flourish on this faraway shore. unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. Remember that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course. Those words, and our people.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget what my sister was like. Her face, her voice, fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart.
I can't see Kryle's mother without thinking of the Thank You Graha video by Benaji.
For bringing her back to me.
Your mother could do that too. Bam! Head into the table.
Thank you, Benny G.
Joy to have met you, Kryle.
This one is, it's like nothing there that you can even argue as a spoiler. It's just a fucking shit
You
post.
too, Aunt Miaili.
I mean, that's
I
debatable
know
because,
your
like,
home
you're,
lies
you're like,
far
I don't
from
know
here,
what's
but
going on.
yours you'll always be
Well,
family.
No, it was just like final area spoilers, and there was nothing there that you could consider a spoiler.
Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear.
Oh, Wolfwitch, the next two jobs are confirmed to be original jobs. So we will now have 3 jobs that are original to 14. Reaper was an Endwalker. We don't know what the next 2 will be. The only clue we had was Yoshi P wearing a shirt that has
Life is full
Ratatan
of
on it.
surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
It still feels like I'm dreaming, but even should I wake, I'll remember it. I'll remember them. On a practical note, I am more certain than ever that Shell's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind, might we first make our way to Resolution? Gostan will be wondering about my absence. Heavens, yes, I apologize for keeping you from your duties for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be part of your adventure, and Gostan will forgive me once I tell him of Treno.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of people because that's where the 7.5 starts.
Oh, I'm gonna see a lot of people. I wonder why. Maybe it's because today is when it arrives. Ah, this explains much. I wondered why I had seen neither hide nor hair of your majesty these past days. May I ask where you have been? It's quite a long story. However stalwart your companions, traversing the mist continent with no knowledge of what awaited was extraordinarily reckless. Gassan turned into such a father figure with Sphene. That I cannot deny, but it availed us much. We have the opportunity to resume diplomatic relations with a longtime ally. And as I did not, in fact, come to harm, all is well that ends well. Should you feel compelled to go on any other excursions in future, that has to be a clunky mistranslation. Shouldn't that be in the future? Anyways, yeah, I expect that you will notify me beforehand. Yes, of course. It was remiss of me. I apologize. Duty's call is most insistent. Nevertheless, whenever you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. Ah, Shale. Finally, she gets to no longer be in that room. You're back. How'd it go? Did you find a way down?
Sorry, we gotta leave everything to you again.
You go. Feedback needs to turn in cans and bottles. Yeah, I had to do that yesterday. I had to wait for like an hour and a half before I could actually use the machines. Freno, I've heard the name. Incredible that it's sheltered the Milala all this time. What's more, the mayor was able to share the story of the key from her perspective. She believes that the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. Yeah, so back out and now get back to your room, Shale. They could be, though our work isn't done yet. We've made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data. In that case, allow me to accompany you, though it may be incomplete. I should like to review the information available. We'll contact you as soon as we've made some sense of it. Well, that won't take long.
Trail, aka put Shale in the back room again.
She's in the back rooms. In the meantime, might I suggest that our warrior of light get a good night's sleep or two? You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. And Kryl, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feeling of pork seeds. Indeed, while I'm aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others were treating the Levin afflicted. I shall have to ask Stola to instruct me. 'Tis the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here in the source. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Earlier in Treno, I'll depart when you engage in 7.5 story. I haven't done anything except update the game.
Now, there is much to be done. With access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights. Oh, my poor heart. I only
moment to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Halmarut!
Oh, dear me! Oh.
One need hardly be the warrior of light to notice you. You're far from subtle. As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am.
Yeah, that outfit's not exactly subtle, I have to admit.
Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian? Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing. Besides, if one of us can't help but draw the eye, it's you.
I mean, I called the Ascian thing ages ago with him being able to summon a fucking primal.
Alex, how you've grown.
Now you know which
Smaller,
one.
that is. And surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
First Ascian that wasn't human-like. So all the Ascians thus far have had a human appearance.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side. However, that doesn't mean you need discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections.
I want Calix to remain as a plushie, not for any meta reason, just because it's funny. Like, he doesn't take us seriously enough to have a real body. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a plushie. It's fun. It's much more fun.
Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look, I would encourage you to bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment. For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
So, almost like the 13th.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives. Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief? It was never about any one person. So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith. That my life's work might again bring someone's salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon it begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
Okay, Miss Asian, I have a question. What are you doing? Zodiac is dead. Wait, hold on. We don't have great aura scales.
We were probably going to.
Yeah, we're going.
They're
going to get.
They're adding more customization.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're probably gonna get more. We're probably gonna get that in the future.
Also, I guess that it would take you a half an hour to get the rest of the story, and I guess I was right. Because you're in 7.5 now.
Mm-hmm. It is yet unclear how Calyx and the techniques he used to summon his dark primal.
I mean, we can guess.
Obvious. Who else could have taught him? The only people that fucking know how. How did Calyx learn to summon a primal? I don't know. Why don't we ask literally fucking everyone that has ever summoned a primal? God, did you forget what we have been fighting? But like 5 expansions now. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, Stormblood, Shadow. Yeah, 5 expansions. I can't believe I actually got that without actually counting on my hands. Oh my god. Yeah, because technically in Dawn Trail we weren't fighting any primals. For once.
Until Necron.
Yeah, we were doing just fine, and then you motherfucker. So it's like, I'm summoning a primal. It's just a Tuesday for me, for fuck's sake! I was on a streak here!
Ah, you're just in
I
time
know
for
how to
progress
finally
report.
defeat you. Do the exact same thing you do always.
The exact same thing almost every villain has done against you and failed to do.
The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required, a process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the Source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Give me a moment.
My word.
Ishtola?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Oh, so my guess of it being similar to Azim's crystal. So this thing might actually be a relic from the pre-sundered Aetheris.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
It reminds me of Azim's crystal. I made that. I made that observation.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azim. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
Well, maybe if we could contact somebody who knew Azim. Anyone want to check on? I want to check the ethereal sea for Emmett.
Just let me stay dead.
I would say idle it, but I'm pretty sure she no longer exists even in the sea. Much like Hades, they no longer exist within the sea.
My apologies. Hello? Yes, this is Cryle speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex. Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Surprised Tataru doesn't just contact me
Mayhap the time
directly.
has come for another journey across the salt.
Just like she just hacks the system.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
Just do me a favor and don't summon any Daedra.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
How how did I predict the Asm thing though?
I mean, the crystal container had the symbol of Azam on it too.
Yeah, yeah, it did. But I was just making a joke about how it kind of reminds me of the crystal, and then the game is just like, hey, remember that joke you just made?
Wait, you serious? Let me laugh harder.
No, it's just like, oh wait, you're serious? Here, let me laugh even harder. Like, I really need to stop making jokes because because for some reason, whenever I do, I tend to predict shit. Let's be real. How many times does that happen on stream? More times than I will ever admit. Well, I make a joke and the game is like, bet.
Like how she has to stand on a bunch of stairs.
It's gotta stand on those books. It reminds me of in Elden Ring when Ronnie's body. If you actually pay attention and look, she is sitting on some books on the stool, so she is short.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
This is also the very spot where you just stood there, where Graha stood there and purred. You know what crowds are thinking? Oh, go on! I know you want to adventure with him. That was post Endwalker. He's Graha just purring, and it's like, did they just make him purr?
Welcome back.
Oh, hey, it's the mobster. Wonderful to see you again, Tataru.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it,
That's a he?
said he and Alize would pay you a
That's a
visit
he?
upon their return. Have you not seen them?
I swear, Longfellow the ultimate boy or girl test in this fucking game.
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star.
Garlemald, void sent sighting. We already did this. We did this in the post Endwalker shit. Come on.
Shit, here we go again.
I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
Okay, see, this is why the Reapers needed to come back as an organization because of shit like this.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
I really need to stop making jokes.
It is. Alphino
You didn't know that it was the home of the Reapers?
No, I did. I wasn't expecting them to bring it up.
Has taken a dreadful turn.
I wasn't expecting them to bring it up. I swear, this game is doing this to me on purpose. A short while earlier in Tertium. I think that's how it's pronounced. Do they ever pronounce it?
I don't think they do.
It looks like Tertium. I'm going with that because they use a lot of Latin in their names.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tiral. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
I was wondering if it'd just be his death screams.
A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
The irony of Garlemald being the home of the Reapers, and yet Garleans inherently cannot use magic.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change.
Garlemald restoration.
Tiral taught us that much.
I haven't done any of the restoration, now that I think about it.
And now that we've returned,
You're not a crafter or gatherer.
it's time we rolled
Exactly.
up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolal.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Sir!
Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
That is literally the dungeon that we went into to fight Cabbage Patch. Come on!
What?
Tritium Squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another Fisher? No, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose. Come on!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you.
I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
Lapis Manulus. That is the dungeon that you fight Cabbage Patch. If I recall correctly, that was originally a Reaper facility. Because they have that little test.
Yes. Very much a Reaper.
Oh! I didn't even know if that good was in this sea of people.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are 2 focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of Voidsent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Cryo. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
Holy sea of people.
Yeah, I wonder if it's split into different
It is.
instances.
Yep. Garlemald 2.
I think I'm in one. Gonna.
I know how to solve that. Easy to solve. Jeez. This place is finally turned into a dungeon.
Guy happy about the die update. They consolidated the dies.
They did?
Yeah, a bunch of them have been consolidated.
Is that good or bad?
Means there's way less dies. Meaning they're like you can use one die for multiple dies.
Oh. That could be good or bad.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, that first wave I had to activate Living Dead.
Appreciate the help.
I noticed that. Some of them were hitting you pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not gonna risk it. I'll risk Living Dead. Well, you're pretty.
Fucking one of the eyeballs on a spider mech.
I get lucky on that first one.
We're probably in the right area.
Here we go again with this.
What does the dancer not know about the fucking attack my motion
move.
sensor?
That one's easy. Don't move. Like I even unlock the target. When it comes to that sort of thing, I even unlock the target just to be safe. You know what I mean?
So you're not auto.
So I'm not auto attacking in case it counts as movement. I don't know if it does, and I'm too in deep for that mechanic to change it. Good thing is Steam is immune to that.
Wait, is it based on... Okay, it's based on his tail. I think.
Was it his tail? I
think wherever his tail is pointing, I think is a safe area. I could be wrong.
Dancer is not having a good time.
I think they walked right into it instead
At
of
the
just...
wrong time, yeah.
Well, they walked into it to try to get through it faster, and because of that, they hit the motion sensor.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, I wait till it comes to me and then I just stop. So I was like, I ain't trusting that.
I walked away from him so that we were away from the markers.
Yeah.
Weren't overlapping.
Excuse me? No. All eyes on me. Funny, I say eyes on me, and that was one of the moves.
Yeah, I was about to say. Literally, iBoss that had that ability.
Which is also a move that the Ahriman boss uses in the Mile Hold. Fucking Freddy ads. I know they're not called Freddy ads, but that's just what I call them.
Sunscape model.
Yeah, because it's the same model. And Freddy ad is usually the first one that you're going to meet, unless you're doing no side content whatsoever. Unless you avoid side content, you're most likely going to encounter Freddy ad first. Okay. Wow, someone's excited.
Yeah, that's a new model.
That's a new one.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Not gonna lie, this is the new one. Oh! Okay. So that's how you're gonna play this. You're gonna play dirty. Screw it, I don't care if I have 2 Vulcan stacks.
This was just like fucking Grendel from fucking Warframe.
What? Fat and disgusting?
That disgusting rolls up into a ball, fucking upchucks enemies. Upchucks shit. Speaking of which. Okay, that's a raid area, don't
Yeah, Ripples of Gloom. Talking to me next.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
I like how it's just called Basic Vomit.
I love how the next time somebody gets hit by Basic Vomit, it's not me.
You got hit by it twice because, like, it doesn't really show it until...
Yeah. Until everyone's here. Wait, these are giant kobold models. That's cool. I like it.
Robo Kobolds.
These guys didn't hit as hard.
Yeah, they sure aren't. I've been overhealing you more after that first bit.
Fair.
I like to overheal than underheal.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand that mindset. Like, I'd rather overheal than underheal, and then suddenly I'm the target. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. All of you are mine. You all should be targeting me. Eyes on me.
This feels like more of an invasion than fucking Golbez's.
This one actually did feel like an invade. Oh, hey, Warframe crossover.
Man on the wall, is that you?
Malthus? Huh. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, okay. We're doing that. Okay, so we're doing this.
I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that.
You look so like you were 1 pixel away.
Yeah, I know. I fucking like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a good sign.
Ah, shit.
Huh? Yeah.
Have to keep moving. Oh, fuck you!
Oh!
Big ol' fuck you!
Oh, that is so. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's fair. Dragoon is not having a fun time. Okay, I like this boss. He actually got me with the dancing puppet bit. Like, that was a good one. Okay, now we can interrogate him. The numbers, Mason! What do they mean? Welcome back, Wolf Witch. Yeah, we're getting invaded by Void Scent again. Even though we just did this in the last expansion.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over. I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Wait! If you do that, I will be trapped here.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate? You want to go back? To the Void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the Void. If only the winds would blow there as they do here.
my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the Void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the Void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the Void, I'm sure of it.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
I was wondering if they'd mention her.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh, Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Alright.
The Ilzabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control, for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the Void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald. Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open.
Oh, the moon!
A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
Yeah, there's a giant void gate on the moon right now.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the Void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift.
And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
Let us make for Bestway's Burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
Well, considering she was there for it.
Alphino, Alize, please do what you must to keep our world safe.
Water, froth and foam!
We'll be back before you know it.
Why do I hear boss music?
A quick word, if you will.
You won't survive the night.
I'm not sure whether you
I won't survive to the night.
The course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her? Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void.
Oh, someone has a crush!
She likes dumplings.
Oh no.
We're doomed! Doomed, I say!
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all! Yes, void scent, and lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the void gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion, but she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
No fucking way. Just cue the Benny G joke of the one Loporrit named
I
that.
suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Get here, there's like 17 fucking voice sent.
That's always the hilarious thing when you play something on the patch day or whatever.
Oh yeah, you'll see like 17 of the thing that you're going for. And you're like, is that mine? I don't know. 7 more disappeared. Are these mine? I don't know. I'll just keep attacking until I get the prompt. Like this.
if you hadn't intervened? Oh, I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue. Atheris is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberate to ever live. I can practically taste the praise.
I forgot that this was her personality.
Isn't she the leader of the group?
Yes.
I was able to activate the brand.
Pretty sure.
I love the fucking the withering away of the star comment in Endwalk.
Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord. Or
She's like,
gargantuan monstrosity
she's like,
I
fucking.
don't foresee any major problems.
God damn it! I already forgot the way she said it. Shame that.
Nope. We're doomed.
There you are.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring. By the 12.
They're headed your way!
Let them come.
That Golbez and Zero? I was right on the voices.
What are you doing here?
No time to explain.
Trust you to state the obvious. May as well make yourself useful. The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean.
Enuo. Wasn't that a villain from one of the other games?
It was the secret boss of 5.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just like, wait, I know that name.
They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
Interesting choice, by the way.
Facing this
Since they've done FF9 stuff.
Familiar approach.
Well, Enuo is an interesting choice. Although, it's not entirely impossible for the some of the bosses in 5 to be fought again, given that those were data, that those were just data collected. No,
I'm alright with a curveball.
The confirmation on which worlds were destroyed was never clarified. It was just worlds that Omega had been to. The only one we know is Midgard Tormus being just gone. That one we know is gone. Well, why does he get the class change during a cutscene?
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
First Vanna, now Zero? Come on, when do we get to do this shit? Then again, Vanna got to change her class in the middle of battle. Alright, Cthulhu Light.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown? I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
I've heard that one before. Was not expecting Enuo, honestly. I was expecting like a 9 secret boss.
I'm fine with a few curveballs.
Oh no, so am I. Makes it more interesting. Sovereign of Not, Enuo. Alright, let me out. I want to punch this. See you next Tuesday.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
Gaze of the Void. Oh!
Accept your downfall. Stuff in your ears not tempt you.
I breathe the darkness. Let the light guide me.
You must break free.
I got a Venn diagram.
There's no way we're gonna do that.
Well, now we know what to do.
Do we though?
Yeah, I think so. Have to get all the smaller ones. That's a fucking gigantic area battle arena when he gets into that form, though.
Yeah, so we don't know what to do.
We have to break it out at that point.
Yeah, obviously, but the question is, how do we do that crossing a giant air?
The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish. Be still. Accept your downfall. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
I breathe through the darkness. Let the light guide me.
You must break free.
Feels like the beam of light makes you faster. If you step in it. You know what I mean? That could just be copium, though.
Now to deal with Enoa.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Pretty sure this is the NUS theme from 5 as well. I know I've heard it.
Light, protect us.
I will not
Yield my domain! Such is the power of the void.
Oh, it's coming in.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting way to do it.
Mine to wield. And thus did all boundaries cease to move. Behold the truth of this world. Accept your downfall. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Okay, how is this gonna... How is he gonna change this one up? Oh shit.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still. Thus did all boundaries cease to move. The void's power is mine to wield. Perish. Behold
he'll be doing me very nice.
Doth the yawning if not tempt you? Be still.
They must be sealed away.
Been a while since I've seen one of those.
Pretty cool fight.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of what the fuck with how big the fucking arena gets at the...
During the phase transition, yeah. Well, what if you guys are still here?
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more Void Scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Have you noticed any abnormalities in the void of late?
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask? So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate, for better or worse. Precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
What of Razatan and Garlemald?
I don't know about Razatan, but Garlemald's fine.
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper.
Or as fine as Garlemald it can be.
As fine as a fucking burnt city can be.
Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
Well, she finally addresses it.
We got ourselves a little gadget here.
And this path of yours is still there.
How did I know that's what she was gonna say?
See it.
How did I know that that's what was going to be like? I was gonna say they can't see it, can they?
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
I'm going to assume that's going to be our like gateways, and it's the explanation why no one fucks with it.
To be fair,
is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
well, it's an easier explanation than what they tried to do with Shadowbringer. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna try and pull in the Warrior of Light. I got Thancred. Okay, let me try again. I got Yashola. Okay, let me try again. That's Alice. Okay, let me try again. It's Alpha Node. Okay, again, you're Urianger. Come on!
I think Urianger got you like, the same time Yashola did.
I know, the point is that the last time they had to try to explain this, it ended up being unintentionally comical.
Teleportations of no...
Not even teleportation, it was more of a transportation of sorts.
I'm trying to say the same line that Yashola says. That's 0 chance of success.
Well, it wasn't that it had a 0 chance of success.
As if someone's already there, they kind of just need to find you.
Yeah. Yeah. This is for you from your boyfriend. You know what? Vacuity. The weather is just vacuity.
Is just the cloud of darkness just so underneath them at this point?
I guess. I mean, they never do explain what happened, what exactly happened to the Cloud of Darkness. Only that she was defeated.
I think sometimes when big void scents are defeated in the void, that they get split up.
To be fair, they do that. The bigger void scent is, the more likely it has eaten countless other void scent. Igorium. Igorium. Yeah, whatever happened to her? Oh, right, we obliterated her in the Heaven's Word. And then Mahabra was immediately deleted by Thornton.
It was a delicious Asian snack.
He didn't even eat him, he just deleted him.
He absorbed his ether. You're smarter than me. I forgot about the stairs.
I looked at the map.
I looked at the map too, but I fucking didn't realize, oh, that's the upper part.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Oh, hi, Malthus.
Immortal no less. I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This latest ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine. Would you deliver a message to Euless for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First.
Good luck trying to find it then.
If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears he's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Wait. Is that?
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken 'twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
Gee, I wonder who.
And who might you be? Not a Void-sent, I'd wager.
Greetings. I am Helmerut of the Asians. We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
Why the fuck would I do that? We didn't even put out a guard around Emmett when he was fucking around. Why the hell would I do that for you? That's new.
I wish only to talk.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities, that you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Do that again!
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Do it again. I want to hear the squeaky.
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you.
Really? What gave you that idea? When I beat the shit out of a primal for the 17th time?
You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Given Hamarut's appearance, she's probably a sundered Ascian.
There was only 3 unsundered.
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia.
I thought Laha Brea also was. Hades.
Okay. Hades, La Brea, and Elidibus.
Yeah, I was going to. We don't know much about Igorim, so we'll put her as unknown. But Amon was a sundered. That much I can say.
And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more.
Yes,
it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards.
It only took a whole ass expansion to actually feel the effects.
Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice. When all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Was that just spinning through space this whole time? That's Xenos' fucking... Was that spinning through space this entire... Okay, someone's going... I'm gonna see it on Twitter, I just know. Someone's gonna make a mini-comic of this thing going through space.
Fucking... That thing was left with Xenos' body, so they must have fetched it.
Except that we don't even know anything about the dimension Xenos and us fought in. So for all we know, after we vanished, this thing slipped through a crack or something. Considering we were literally considering when we went to fight Meteon, we were at the literal edge of existence. There is no way Halmarut followed us. There's no way they could locate that.
This better not be a how many times do we have to kill you, old man?
Wait!
I have several questions. Just gonna put a JonTron there. I can't get this image of Xenos' sight just spinning through space. You just know someone's gonna make a meme comic out of that.
Going from end of the world to end of the universe.
No, from the end of the world to the end of mankind. So remember, there are other worlds in the universe. Other stars. Our star is sundered and is trying to pull itself back. Apparently something the Asians didn't anticipate.
Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only. Thereafter, we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Yeah, that sure didn't last very long.
It only lasted an expansion. Well, an expansion and a half, I should say.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Technically, I'm like, well, technically it was after Endwalker, so expansion and a half. Hori Boulder? God, I haven't seen that name. And oh my god, it's been Philia's cat mom.
We're reporting for duty.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
Just look for a crying child.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Nah, his link pearl. Nah, his link pearl's still in his apartment in Ishgard.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
He was in the mini trailer, so.
As much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details?
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others.
In light of the recent Void Sense incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat.
Yeah, something tells me that Inuo was a Winterer. Or at the very least manipulated by them.
The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could.
Yeah, but there have been
But if
seven
doing so means ushering in complete annihilation.
There have been 7 umbral calamities, which means that half of the reflections are gone. And we have been to 3 of them. Let's see, 14 pieces. 7 of the reflections are gone, making 7 pieces left, so there should only be 3 left that we haven't visited. And one of them is probably going to be visited in Evercold.
Then what can we possibly do?
You want me to just say it? Because they already said where.
Which one?
The 4th.
Okay. Because I know they said it, I just couldn't remember
I
where.
wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
Seems hard that she wouldn't.
I think she knew and chose to trust in us.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer.
She may not have fully knew, I think, but she knew enough that she would entrust it to us.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
To be completely fair, it seems like it's completely useless to everyone else.
Or very occasionally useful to others.
Yeah, through forceful means. Remember, they had to fucking flat out force its power out. We didn't even do anything. We just existed.
Oh fuck, I got the annual card, did you?
I got Malthus, apparently. Occupying the 5th rung of the hierarchy of 12, this void sense spins twisted filaments of ether to manipulate matter. In the Clitium, they stitch scrap and steel into a phalanx of vicious guards in a bid to fell the warrior of light and their comrades. I don't remember Clemens.
Clemens joined in Heaven's Ward.
I do not recall.
Of
I
course,
think she also
should
had
it
a
serve to
different
satisfy
hairstyle.
your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
Say what?
Did she look like that, or what? Or am I misremembering?
No, that is her.
Very much seems like a very side character.
Very much. They were watching over the slumbering archons during Shadowbringers, apparently. Again, I do not recall her. Like, I remember Hoary Boulder because we interact with him quite often in post Realm Reborn, but I don't remember Clemens.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential.
Hello, plushie.
You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth.
Well, I was going to be told very soon anyways. But I do remember that they said during the fan fest. I recall hearing about that.
A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
Why tell me where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs.
You know, I can respect an organization like that.
We can benefit each other, but we're fucking gonna do our own thing.
Yeah, it's like organizations like that, whether they oppose the main character or not. I always like those ones better because you'll always have varying things happening.
Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to take this seriously. I'm trying, but seeing him size, so the camera panning out and doing that's not fair.
Reverse Asahi.
No. It's not even reverse Asahi for me. I'm a Huron. He was shorter than me. He was a Huron too, but he was shorter than my guy's like mid height, and Asahi was shorter. He had to look up at me.
Asahi being a short king.
Psycho King, maybe.
Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals.
Why do you look elongated? You see it, don't you know?
It's what he imagines him to be.
I think it's the camera angle doing this, making him look distorted like that. It has to be the camera angle.
No matter how
okay, now it
we
looks
are
better.
Reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence,
did he always have that scar on his neck?
And everyone.
Okay.
But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion.
Okay, I was just like...
He always has that drip.
Yeah, no, the drip I noticed, but the scar like right down the middle of his throat. I wasn't sure if he always had that.
Your noble deeds will amount
Might be the
to
shadow.
nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Yeah, it might have just been the light and making it look like he had a scar. Because the drip, yeah, he always has. You can't do that! It's supposed to be serious. You can't be fucking doing that. That's not fair. The shattered stars are doomed to mend. How turns the key to winter's end? MSQ hell!
To be continued.
And it won't be continued until January of next year.
There is the part 2 of 7.5.
When's that supposed to be, or is that
I'm not.
Or is that it to be dated?
I think it's 7.55.
Okay, so it might be it might be the next one. Was the last Ivana deal in this one, or is that the...
Yes.
Okay.
We have Windurst. Windurst is available.
Okay, I do not. Okay, if I stream later, that's what I will be streaming. If not, that's what I'll stream tomorrow. So, this is where I'm gonna end this. So I'll see you all next time.